Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Hi, Mommy.
Wait, hold on, gotta volume focus. All right, Happy New Year. Mindy, welcome.
Thanks.
Introduce yourself. What do you do? Well, not here, but
Here,
what do you do before that?
what I do graphic design work. So,
Graphic design work. You've been a freelancer for a while.
over 15 years.
15 years. That's right. Well, now you're part of this fun crew here. Hopefully you like being on camera because everyone's always on
I'm gonna
camera
get
here.
used to it.
No one gets an option here.
I'm gonna get used to it.
All right, what do we got here?
Come on along.
Come on, walk this journey here. It's the engagement time of year. Pablo working on some Instagram story ads.
Pablo, hard at work here. Yeah, it's a good old day. It is January 2nd. We are cruising along here. I'm excited. It's a new year, new people. Mindy's gonna bring some really, really cool things to the table. She obviously is gonna primarily be an assistant that really helps with all the stuff like I've been talking about, but also just graphic design and just different social media stuff in general. I think she'll be a great asset to the team. I always try to pick people based on like their overall skill sets. I pick people first based on who they are as a person, because that's most important to me, but then outside of that, when there's nothing to do in a 40-hour work week, it is nice to be able to have people that can do other things as well. So just excited. So it's the start of the year, and the unique thing about this time of year, specifically New Year's all the way through Valentine's Day, is obviously from a wedding standpoint, this is the time that people really, really get engaged. New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day are the biggest engagement times the entire year. So one thing we're trying differently right now is we're actually starting to run Instagram story ads. So we've done a lot of Instagram ads, Facebook ads, and all those. They've been extremely successful. They're just a really, really great way to advertise for extremely cheap and efficient. But one thing we're starting to do more of is actually Instagram story ads, and we're running our first right now based on wedding cinematography, because obviously brides spend a lot of time on Instagram. So being able to really get in front of them on an Instagram story thing, I think is gonna be huge for us, because I spend time watching like what my wife does on her phone and what other females do on their phones, not from like a stalker perspective, but I spend time paying attention to what they do. And I watch my wife, and she spends all her time on Instagram on stories. The great thing about targeted social media ads is, unlike traditional forms of advertising where you obviously have to hope that the right people see it, we can create ads that are specifically catered to the people we're trying to reach and just run those ads to those people only. So I obviously wanted to make it a focus that we went after people that were engaged, which is obviously we want females that are engaged, because they're the ones ultimately that make the decision whether they hire a videographer or not, because most of the time that's our target market. So we can create these ads that literally are just nothing but beautiful shots of brides and them in their dresses and them just being in love on their day. And because we know that's actually who the ad's gonna be shown to, we can really target it. We can also create specific videos that are targeted just to moms, and then have nothing but clips of brides and their moms together on the wedding day, and just get that emotional kind of craziness going. And when a mom sees emotion with a daughter and a mom on a wedding day, and then she has a kid who is engaged, and then the ad runs to her, I mean, it just makes total sense. And the great thing is I don't have to hope that they see it, because I can just run the ads and target it to her so that she does see it. It's just, you can't get much better than that.
Mindy, how was your first day at 4LC HQ here?
Really good.
Yeah. Pablo did some graphic design work today. Mindy assisted. Look at you over there, graphic designing it up.
I know. It doesn't need me anymore.
Dude.
I have graduated.
He has graduated.
Mindy, it's been a pleasure working with you. Thank you for this day of work, and Pablo will take it from here.
So just a really great overall day. Love adding new people to the team, and I love doing all I can of making people feel welcome and just trying to get them situated as soon as possible, because I know that anytime you're starting a new job with new employees and new people that you're surrounding yourself with, there's an adjustment period. So I always like to just make them feel comfortable and help them to understand kind of how culture is and understand things about the company so that they can hopefully enjoy their time here. Of course, I like to think that I'm fun to work with, but I know the reality is I'm not necessarily always always the easiest person to work with, so I just do my best of making sure that I set just certain expectations from the beginning, helping people realize some things to expect, some things that we do differently than others, and just the overall culture of what it is like at 4LC Studios. At the end of the day, there's three things that I think are super important when you hire a brand new person. Number one, it is helping them to understand your culture. What are some things that you do differently? How do you communicate? What are some expectations that they can know right away? Every company is so different, and I like right away to be able to set the expectation of what to expect. Number two, it's really setting clear boundaries of what you're expecting them to do, not just from a job standpoint, but what is the measure that you're gonna actually use to determine like if they're doing their job. Certain companies, you're measured simply by your ROI, your sales, your actual ability to get work. Other jobs, you're measured by just the amount of work that you do, or there's a lot of different things that you can measure success by. I like people to really understand what is your job here, and more importantly, what am I expecting to get out of your work here. And I like to think that I'm easier than most in terms of, because I understand personal brand, understand content, and understand that this is a long-term game, I'm okay with not asking for immediate like ROI on things, and I just want people to be naturally hard workers and to find things to do productive with their time when they don't have anything to actually do. That's the biggest thing I look for in people, to be on time, to be smart with their time, and to be as productive as possible. There's not always going to be 40 hours of work for you, but what do you do with your time when you have some extra time? Do you make it productive, or do you just do other stuff that's not productive? And then number three, I like to make sure that I try to do my very best to get to know them, to get to know what they're looking to do in life and what their goals are. If their goal is not to necessarily be in the position that they're in when they first start, I want them to know that I'm always giving people the opportunity to grow and to go into different roles, and I don't expect them to necessarily stay in their exact role at their exact pay forever. I want people to grow. I want people to get to a position that they really want to be in, make the kind of money they want to make, and if they do hard work and it helps me grow and helps the business grow, they're going to make more money and they're going to get all the promotions that they want. So I like people to feel on board. I don't ever expect anyone to work as hard as I do, but at the end of the day, if they know that when I make money, they'll make more money, and that's how I truly run my company. I'm not a stingy person that takes it all myself. I feel like when they truly believe that when the business grows, they also grow and they get more promotions and raises and just opportunity, I think we're all on the same page with that. So that's what I try to do. Some of my 3 tips when I hire someone new. When a brand new person starts your business, it's the best opportunity you have to really set culture, and it's really going to determine what that lifelong relationship looks like with them. If you're someone that's really easy on people for a long time and then you suddenly try to nail the hammer down and then they're like, well, wait a second, this is never how you've been. It takes a long time to break habits. So I like people to right away start to develop habits that are going to work long term in my company. And I'm as hard on people right away as I will be forever, so that they just know that expectation and know what to expect. So it's all stuff I'm learning, all stuff I'm growing in. Hopefully it can help you in some way, but thanks for watching as always, and let's talk again soon. Excited, another great day coming tomorrow. See ya.